face the man in the middle. And it is Debra Menes, the Brazilian, and the Turk Nur Emeksiz. She's in red. And we're, of course, in the copper box in London, just in the shadows of the Olympic Stadium here in London. Hard to believe, Chris, as we see the first 2 points sneak on the board there for Nemes. 5 years since the Olympic Games were here.
It's time's travelling too fast. Obviously, Taekwondo's moved on a lot since then as well. The development, it keeps continuing. Rules are changing all the time. So it's actually getting more and more spectator friendly.
And that's what it's all about, is to make sure that you get plenty of entertainment. And it is, of course, fantastic. We talk about the Taekwondo family. That's a bird that we bandy around as the twisting kick lands there from Menes. She started well, the Brazilian, a 6-point lead. But it's great to have the Paralympians getting a good showcase as well. And this goes back because we look at this venue and we just assume, oh, this is normal, this is what it's like. For the Paralympians, this is the best set-up venue that they will ever have experienced. Under the TV lights, big audience on the BBC watching around the world. And it's a big, big occasion, but this evolved, and I'd like to talk a little bit as we creep towards the break here, as a handy 8-point lead for Menes. Ian Leaf, in terms of organisation, pulling this together from the basic origins of the Grand Prix 8 to 10 years ago to what we have now.
Yeah, exactly. We've been running many championships over the years, and Ian started with the GB setup and started with the Grand Prix, which we actually did the first ever Grand Prix in Manchester. And basically the development, you can see as time has gone on, the improvements, and the reason why we'll be hosting the World Championships come 2019.
And that will be in
Manchester.
Yep, Manchester, the hosts for that one. And of course Manchester more than au fait with the battle between red and blue, as is your own Liverpool, Chris.
Of course.
But we'll talk about how that battle's going off mic, just in case you get too excited. Although 8-0, not far away from the Liverpool score the other night.
Score the other night, 7-0, yes, correct.
A good gap, and it is a healthy gap so far for Debra Menes. Nur Emeksiz of Turkey, she's in red. And of course, as you can see, trying to use that front leg to good effect. Good control of distance. But Nemes, well, she's got a really good little hook kick on the inside there, Chris.
She has, and she's also using a technique which seemed to leave Taekwondo for a while, but with the new scoring systems come back and people are using a twisting kick. It's really great to see.
Twist and shout.
Exactly.
It's just another Liverpool reference for you. That's it. I've got a list here that Chris has told me that I have to work my way through here. But working our way through this second round, it's as we were, 8-0. Debra Nemes has a good lead. What we saw before with Lane from Great Britain, who managed to fight his way back into it. Can Emeksiz do the same here? But we want to talk about intensity here. Nemes really brawling.
Yeah, she's actually really going for it. And the reason for that, a lot of players actually do it, is they realise that at the end of the second round, if they have a 20-point gap, there's no reason to do a third. The match is over. We will stop the match at the end of the second round, just like we do in Olympic Taekwondo. It's exactly the same.
And it's going to be, oh, there's that little twisting kick that Chris warned us about. Emeksiz couldn't hear it, and there's a back kick that lands with a great thud. Well, she's on the cusp, Chris, and that back kick looked to take the wind out of the sails there of Emeksiz. And I think the referees are going to add that 1 point, Chris.
Yeah, they're adding the extra point for the back kick, which should go on the system. The referees have a button which they push when they see the back kick, so sometimes the timing might be slightly out, but they have the right to raise the hand and get the points on the system, so we're fair and we're making sure we're getting the right score all the way through the match.
We're talking about getting the right score all the way through the match and getting it right on time. Can she steal another two and shut the door early? She can. Will she take a gamjon for falling?
Yes, she will. Every time a player hits the floor, they receive a gamjon.
And that takes us to the end of the second, which means, as Chris Cording has told us, we will creep into a third.
No,
we won't, just on the last second. There you go.
There you go, she got the points. Match is finished.
Yep, she got it done in double quick time. Debra Menes from Brazil, what a performance from her. And Chris, I'm going to let you go back and do your other job if they will let you. I think you've got a career in this, Chris. You should sneak on the mic more often.
Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon. Hopefully you'll see me on the mat.
Good man, Chris. Well, we'll give you a good shout out then. Thanks for all the explanations and we will roll on to the next match in just a few moments' time.